This is how I learned to structure my day based off of my performance and who I am. I have always been a morning person ever since high school, ever since actually when I was younger, when I would want to wake up early in the morning just to play video games. I trained my body to be an early waker. Most of my energy is had early in the mornings. When I wake up, the first things that I do in my day are the things that require energy from me. I do things that will discipline myself. I always put discipline and the things that kind of suck at the forefront of my day. I wake up, I read, and then I do my journaling. And then as of late, I've been going on runs around my new neighborhood here, which I still have not show off to you guys yet. We haven't officially cleaned the house yet since we've been moving in. We're still unpacking, and I'd like it to look a little bit better before I actually put it on camera, and I'm sure my wife would as well. But I structure my work day where my highest energy should match my highest output and my highest revenue generating activities. When I say that, I mean cold calls, cold emails you can kind of do regardless. You don't really have to be awake to be able to structure and write an email very well. But when you're speaking to somebody on the phone, you need to be at a high energy level, especially if you're working in sales. You want your tone to be great, and you need to kind of just match energy with your prospect or come with a little bit more than them. You could be a next level up, but you never want to be someone who's a stick in the mud to your prospects because tonality means a lot. You need to take your high energy moments and use those to get in front of your prospects. If you're high energy in the afternoon, I would recommend you make your cold calls in the afternoon. I am high energy in the mornings. I make my cold calls in the mornings. I have tried to make cold calls in the afternoons. They work sometimes. If I can't reach a prospect and I've called them in the morning a bunch of times, I will still call them in the afternoon. I have energy all day long, but for the most part, I structure it around where my energy levels lie. And I'd like to get my work done early. That is what I prefer. And then things in the afternoon, I can add on more to my plate, but the work is typically done already. I structure my day around my energy levels, and this is what I would recommend to you. Structure your highest impact activities when you have your highest energy levels to do them. If something requires a lot of discipline, do it first thing in the morning. Discipline runs out across your day. You need to be able to save the things that you enjoy for the end of the day so you can just get through what sucks, get on to what you enjoy. Use your discipline, restore your discipline. And that is how I structure my day. My cold calls and everything, I do them in the morning. Don't get me wrong. I love making cold calls. It's a lot of fun, but it is one of those things that you just have to do in business. And when you work for yourself, you kind of have choices. I get my cold calls done in the morning, not because it requires discipline, but because it fires me up for the rest of the day. And then it actually brings me energy to do those type of things. If I start to feel low on energy, I go work out, I regain some energy. And in terms of working out, I do mean weightlifting. I do not gain energy from going on runs. At least I don't think that I do. It may help me get wired and locked in a little bit more, but I don't feel like I gain energy. I feel like I burn a lot of energy and I'm working when I'm running, which is why I also use it first thing in the morning. Let's see. And then the rest of my day, I use to structure around things that I enjoy that don't take a lot of discipline, but also don't require a lot of energy anymore. As my energy levels fade, I do things like this. I make more content. I create content to post online. I add in more leads for the next day to call on. I send off emails and I just manage and track freight. Those are the things that I do with my working day hours that make my days run a little bit more smooth. I get all the heavy lifting done first thing. And then the back end of the day is just making sure that everything is going to plan and then planning out for tomorrow. That is what I would recommend to you guys. Use your energetic periods for your highest impact activities. If you do not have a lot of energy in the morning and you work in a sales position like me, maybe you add your leads in the morning and then you use your afternoons when you do have energy to make your sales calls. What I would not recommend is using your mornings and then letting the day attack you and you become reactive, to which you cannot then use your energy on the proper things. When you start using your energy on things that are going wrong opposed to what you want to go right, that is when I would say that you have a problem and you need to do everything over again and create your schedule better. But that's what I would recommend to you guys. That is from my experience. Hope you enjoy it, guys, and I hope it's useful.